Hello, hello. Are we on? Are we on? Yes, we are. Very good evening to you. I thought I'd wear a attire that's not normally accustomed to all these isolation presenters. I thought I'd go in my pajamas. Why not? I've got my Harry Potter pajamas and my dressing gown. I thought I'd get comfy. A very good evening to you. Chris Benson here for a late night pen and paper quiz. Why not? Why not indeed? You know what? A small cult affair. No, cult. Clear your speakers on your TV. But anyway, thank you for joining us. We've got a few teams joining in tonight. That's the noise of the printer in the background, still finishing the work in a minute. And there you go, 11 people tuned in already. Very, very good evening to you. My name's Chris. So all you need to do in the next couple of minutes is grab a sheet of paper, grab a pen, and we'll get underway. There's several different rounds. We'll get halfway. We'll mark the answers so far, and it's all just for fun. All just for fun. Just enjoy yourself. And I promise you, it'll be done at 10:30. How does that sound? So get yourselves comfy. A reminder that we are here every Wednesday at 8 o'clock with our smartphone quiz. So if you want to join in with that, subscribe to the channel. You can also find the group on Facebook, the Pub Quiz at Home group on Facebook. But we're here every Wednesday 8 o'clock doing that. You can email your comments during tonight at chriscbenson@hotmail.co.uk. That's chriscbenson@hotmail.co.uk. Let us know what you're drinking. Let us know what your bar snacks are. I've got a glass of Deanston whiskey. Cheers, everyone. Merry Christmas. I don't YouTube you, can do you? Say good. Thank you very much. Tell us what you're up to, and as well, a reminder, if you like the quiz, you can donate to any of the Just Giving links that we've done in the previous quizzes so far. I'll let you take your pick tonight. But if you've got a couple of quid spare, why not donate? www.justgiving.com/Chris and Eric Quiz Night, or justgiving.com/Chris and Eric Quiz Night 2, Chris and Eric Quiz Night 3, or Chris and Eric Quiz Night 4. I'll let you take your pick. But if you've got a couple of pounds spare, donate. All donations will be really appreciated. So there you go. Have we all got pens and papers? We'd love to hear from you. I think we're all in. Send your messages during the course of the night. And I'm going to give you, first of all, 2 questions that are worth 5 points each. You can have plenty of time to think about your answers, but these first 2 questions are worth 5 points each. A point for each correct answer. So the round is called Top 5. And the first question, all right, you might want to write this down. I want you to name the 5 most visited UK attractions last year, according to Visit Britain. But wait for it. But I only want the attractions that are free to get into. All right. So the 5 most visited UK attractions last year, according to Visit Britain, but it's the 5 that are free to get into. All right, a point for each correct answer, and that's your first one in round number 1 in Top 5. So I'll give you some time to think about that. Don't worry, we'll mark about 10 o'clock, and then we'll continue with the second half of the quiz. Oh, Anne-Marie Craven has emailed. Eric's Domino's here in Preston. Eric and Anne-Marie Craven. Good evening to you. Loyal you two, aren't you? How are you doing, Eric and Anne-Marie over in Preston? Good evening to you. So that's your first question in round 1. I'm going to give you the second one to think about, which is probably a bit easier. Your second one, point each, 5 points up for grabs. I want you to name the first 5 Star Wars films. No, you're writing them down. We're not marking them yet. They still want time to think about the questions. What's going on? This is how I do it at the Armitage. We're carrying on. So this one is to think about during the course of the quiz. This one's 5 points as well. I want you to name the first 5 Star Wars films that came out at the cinema. So it might have been Star Wars episode something, but I want the subtitle, if you like. So I want the first 5 Star Wars films that came out at the cinema chronologically. All right, a point for each correct answer. The first 5 Star Wars films that came out at the cinema. I want the subtitles. So not just episode number. I want the subtitles. What were they called? And a point for each correct answer. Good evening. If you just joined us, welcome. Pen and paper. That's all you need tonight to join in. I can repeat the questions if need be. That's the end of round one. Oh, Helen Walker has said the Walkers of Low Moor are in. Rest in peace, Norman Hunter marching on together. Absolutely. I was watching the clip of Leeds United in Southampton from 1972 over the weekend. I was showing my son Eric. Brilliant clip where they're just passing the ball to each other. Wonderful clip. Absolutely, Norman Hunter, legend. So I'll give you a couple of minutes on that one. There'll be plenty of time to think, and then we're going to go into the next round in just a moment, which is food and drink. Coming up, food and drink in just a moment from now. So have a ponder over your answers, talk amongst your teammates, have a think. So each answer is worth a point. 5 possible points for the first question I gave you, which was what are the 5 most visited UK attractions in the UK last year that were free to get in? Your second question, I want the names of the first 5 Star Wars films released chronologically at the cinema, so the subtitles, if you like. Okay, a point for each set. 10 points up for grabs so far. All right, I'll give you a minute or two, and then we'll move into food and drink. Plenty of time to think about your answers. I can hear some pondering going on in the front room. My wife's on a conference joining in. Hello to Southport, hello to Preston, hello to Low Moor, everyone joining in tonight. Remember, Chris C. Benson at hotmail.co.uk if you want to join in tonight with your comments. Food and drink in just a moment, and 10 points up for grabs on food and drink, I can tell you. And we've also got a round in a bit with this here. I wonder what that'll be. I wonder. Oh, a bit of fun coming up after food and drink. Okay, I think I've given you long enough. I'll go slowly, but round 2 begins now with food and drink. Food and drink coming up now. 10 questions to test your food and drink knowledge. Good luck, everyone. Get those pens ready. Question number 1. Which F is a flat, savoury Italian bread? So question number 1. Which F is a flat, savoury Italian bread? Point if you get it right. Put an answer down. Which F is a flat, savoury Italian bread? Not too late to join in. If you're just tuning in, get a pen and paper. That's all you need. Food and drink round. Give you a bit of time. I think they might have got that one in the front room. I think I will have a sip of my non-apple juice. Cheers. Norman Hunter. Right. Question 2. Enchiladas originated in which country? So question number 2. Enchiladas originated in which country? That's your second one in the food and drink round. Okay. Enchiladas. Should be all right on that one, I think. I think you're okay. Question 3. I think you'll be all right on this one. Question 3. Bubble and Squeak is best known as meat, cabbage, and which vegetable? So Bubble and Squeak is better known as meat, cabbage, and which vegetable? Bubble and Squeak, better known as meat, cabbage, and which vegetable? That's your third one in food and drink. I've got that to transfer to my iTunes this week. Bit of a best of Eurasia. Right, number 4. Blinis, and I'll spell it. Blinis. Blinis. Blinis are stuffed pancakes best associated with which country? Blinis. Stuffed pancakes best associated with which country? Which country is it? Don't forget, at the end of the night, in fact, at halfway, you can submit your scores. If you really want to tell us how you're doing, you can email me at chriscbenson@hotmail.co.uk. Tell us how you're doing at halfway. We'll add up the scores and just send your messages and let us know how you all are. So that was blinis are stuffed pancakes best associated with which country? Next one, number 5 in food and drink. In French cooking, what does en croûte mean? So in French cooking, what does en croûte mean? En croûte. Who knows that one? Somebody will know that one. I'm sure of it. Somebody will know that one. Halfway through food and drink round though. Anybody see any of the global citizen performances? I saw a couple before doing the quiz tonight. Just shows you what work they need in the recording studio, I think, for some of the artists, doesn't it? Anyway, question 6. Which sea is a thick fish or seafood soup? So, which sea is a thick fish or seafood soup? That is number 6 in the food and drink round. Do you know that one? That's number 6. Oh, Richard Ryan says, evening, Chris. Looking forward to this with a Tullamore Dew each. Wibsy Wobblers forever. Oh, I tell you what. Good choice, Richard. Cheers. I'll have one with you. If everyone has one, though, blimey, I'll need another glass. Right, number 7. Which P is a quill-shaped Italian pasta? So, which P is a quill-shaped Italian pasta? That is your 7th question in food and drink. Oh, we've got another viewer. Good evening to you. Welcome. It's quiz night at home. Pen and paper job. But if you want to join in with a smartphone quiz, we're here every Wednesday at 8 o'clock. Subscribe to the channel. You won't miss it. With me and my son Eric doing a brilliant job on Wednesdays at 8 o'clock. So don't miss that. Spread the word. Number 8 for you now in food and drink. Literally meaning whirlpool, which German dessert is a thin sheet of rolled up dough baked? So number 8, literally meaning whirlpool, which German dessert is a thin sheet of rolled up dough baked? I think you'll be all right now. I think you'll be okay, but make sure you got an answer down, and in probably about 15-20 minutes from now, you can mark your answer so far before we proceed into the second half. So that's number 8 in the food and drink round. Number 9 for you in the food and drink. If you need any repeating, remember this is round 2. If you need any repeating, drop me an email, chrisstbenton@hotmail.co.uk, and I will repeat them during the course of the first half. No problem at all. Question 9. What nut does a Waldorf salad contain? So number 9. What nut does a Waldorf salad contain? If you're a Fawlty Towers fan, you might know that. I think if you will know that. So anyway, what nut does a Waldorf salad contain? That's number 9. And there's one more food and drink question. So I thought I'll do a bonus one because I'd already prepped a pen and paper one a couple of weeks ago, and I thought I'd have to use it when I thought I was going to lose the smartphone quiz on a Wednesday, and then we ended up keeping the smartphone quiz. So I thought, well, I've got these sheets, might as well use them. Question 10. Mole sauce often has which sweet treat in it? So mole sauce often has which sweet treat in it? That is number 10. Mole sauce. Mole sauce. Okay. And that is the end of the food and drink round. Don't forget, you can donate if you feel like you want to donate anything tonight. There's 4 Just Giving pages. Oh, apparently it's mole sauce. Could have been mole sauce. How's that for me corrected? My wife saying it's mole sauce. Well, apparently mole sauce. What's in mole sauce then? Don't know. Good job. There's only 11 viewers. Right. Mole sauce then. There you go. Mole sauce. Let's be posh. Right. A reminder, you can donate justgiving.com/Chris and Eric Quiz Night, or Chris and Eric Quiz Night 2, Chris and Eric Quiz Night 3, Chris and Eric Quiz Night 4. Whatever you've got. Any donation would be appreciated to any of the 4 charities we've supported so far. Right. Tell us what you're up to. Email us chriscbenton@hotmail.co.uk. Next round is... Oh, why? Buzzers broke. Typical. Helen Walker says, youngest member of the family is shouting out to the Waldorf salad question. Good, I can't hear you, but I'm trusting you've got it right. So let's play a few family fortunes questions now for you. We have got 5 family fortunes questions coming up. 5 family fortunes questions. Bear in mind, this is from a 1990s board game. If you can give me the top answer on my 5 answers that are here, you get 2 points. If your answer appears second, third, fourth, or fifth, you get a point. I'm very kind like that. But if you get the top answer, you can have 2 points. Second, third, fourth, or fifth on the list, and you can have a point. So I'm going to give you first question. We asked 100 people to name a kind of station. A kind of station. What do you think the top answer was? Bearing in mind, it was probably from about 1994, 1995, this game. What do you think the top answer was in the Family Fortunes for a kind of station? All right, kind of station. 2 points if you get it top answer. A point if you get it second, third, fourth, or fifth on my list. So kind of station. That's the first one. I might do more than 5. We'll see how we're doing for time, but certainly we'll do 5. Kind of station. All right. Second one. You might want to write these down, jot down a note at the side. Second one, we asked 100 people to name a fairy tale. Name a fairy tale. All right. So we asked 100 people to name a fairy tale. What do you think the top answer was? 2 points if you get it right. Point if it's second, third, fourth, or fifth on my list. So have a look. Oh, 3 thumbs up. Blimey, I must be doing something right today. Question number 3. Family Fortunes. Jot them down at the side. Have a think. Talk amongst your teammates. We asked 100 people to name something you buy by the roll. Something you buy by the roll. Okay. Something you buy by the roll. They are original Family Fortunes cards as well. There you go. So that's 3 in. We might do 10, you know what? We might do 10 of these. I think we're all right for time. So we might do 10. And that's 3. So number 4. We asked 100 people to name something that makes you grumpy if you don't get enough of it. Now, whoa. Well, that's what it's called. Post-watershed, you're all right saying that. Something that makes you grumpy if you don't get enough of it. So that's the 4th answer. Fourth question on Family Fortunes round. Something that makes you grumpy if you don't get enough of it. We'll see what answers you come back with on that. 6 to go then on Family Fortunes. We'll carry on. Next round, by the way, we've got 5 questions on Disney coming up. Well, this one's a good one for you, Rachel, in the front room. Question 5 on Family Fortunes. Name something husbands do that annoy their wives. Name something husbands do that annoy their wives. It says that there. Name something husbands do that annoy their wives. And it only wants the top answer. Putting the cover wrong on the garden cushions, that probably. Sophie Hewitt says, hi from Sophie Hells playing in East Biley over FaceTime. Hello, Sophie, how are you doing? Hope you're enjoying it. Hope you've got a drink. Hope you've got some bar snacks as well. Thank you for joining in. If you want any questions repeating anyone as well, drop me an email before 10 for the first time. You can email me at chriscbenson@hotmail.co.uk. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, 5 to go. Number 6. We asked 100 people to name something people talk a lot about before they actually do it. See your 6th one. Name something people talk a lot about before they actually do it. All right. 2 points if you get the top answer. 1 point if it's second, third, fourth, or fifth on my list. So name something people talk a lot about before they actually do it. 4 more in Family Fortunes. How are you doing? Are you confident with your answers? Jot them down if you need to. I can hear a lot of discussions going on in the front room. 7th one on Family Fortunes. We asked 100 people to name a Walt Disney character. So we asked 100 people to name a Walt Disney character. All right. A Walt Disney character. There you go. Name a Walt Disney character. That's your 7th one on Family Fortunes. You'll see the comments are turned off on YouTube. That's simple because on the Beefeater quiz I did the other week, people were just filling the answers with the comments. So I'm learning from that. If you can't see the comments, then nobody else can. You can't answer for everybody else, can you? So number 8. This one's a good question. We asked 100 people to name an article someone might wear even at a nudist colony. So we asked 100 people to name an article someone might wear even at a nudist colony. There you go. You can send your answers to me. You can email if you want. But anyway, put your answers down. An article someone might wear even at a nudist colony. There you go. So there's two more in Family Fortunes. Have a think. What's the top answer? Bear in mind, it's probably from about mid-90s, this board game. So what do you think the top answer was back then? 25 years ago, crikey. Have a think. Two more. And then we'll move on to Disney before we swap for the halfway point. All right. Promise you we'll be done for our 10. Don't you worry. Number 9. We asked 100 people to name a food people usually eat with their fingers. So we asked 100 people to name a food that people usually eat with their fingers. All right. Food that people usually eat with their fingers. That's the penultimate one in Family Fortunes. Okay. I can hear discussions still. Can hear discussions. And the last one's a belter, but it's see how you get on with this. Number 10, something that dries up when it gets old. Something that dries up when it gets old. You'd have to keep it clean. It's 10 to 10, you're all right. Name something that dries up when it gets old. That is your Family Fortunes round. So you've got a few minutes to think on your answers. We have got 5 Disney questions coming up. And then I'll give you a couple of minutes to think about your answers. And then we'll mark the first half. So Disney, 5 on Disney coming up in a moment. Hope you're okay. Don't forget you can drop me an email at chrissybenson@hotmail.co.uk. We're here every Wednesday, 8 o'clock with our smartphone quiz. Like and subscribe to the channel, and make sure you take a look at Eric's Bradford City video as well. He's absolutely chuffed that people have been watching his Bradford City simulator. So make sure you give it a like. He'll be really, really pleased with that. Right, should we do the 5 on Disney? Yeah, who's not a Disney fan? So 5 simple questions on Disney, or are they simple? Well, we'll find out now. First question in the round 4, 5 on Disney. Number 1. Who was the only Disney main character who didn't talk throughout the entire film? So who was the only Disney main character who didn't talk throughout the entire film? That's a good one. That's got you quiet, hasn't it? Have a think. Who was the only Disney main character who didn't talk throughout the entire film? Okay, that's the first one. Somebody will have put the answer down straight away to that, I'm sure of it. I can hear discussions going. I'm going to have a sip of my whiskey and then I'll do next question. Cheers. Right, question 2 in the Disney round. In Pinocchio, Pinocchio and his father are consumed by a massive blue whale. But what was the whale's name? Okay, so in Pinocchio, Pinocchio and his father are consumed by a massive blue whale. But what was the whale's name? I'll give you a clue, because I'm kind like that. It's not Fred. Southport, you'll probably be thinking back to Blackpool Pleasure Circus last year. Did they mention the name of the whale? I don't think they did, but we shall see. Right, number 3. Number 3. Who was the actor that received the first Golden Globe nomination for voicing a character in a Disney animated film? So who was the actor that received the first Golden Globe nomination for voicing a character in a Disney animated film? All right, who was it? It's actually 3rd one of 5. And don't forget, I want to hear your scores at the halfway point, and send your team names over when you send your scores as well. So have a think on a good team name as well for in a few minutes' time. Question number 4. What was the last movie that Walt Disney was able to work on before he died? So what was the last movie that Walt Disney was able to work on before he died? Do you want a clue? Do you want a clue? Shall I give you a clue? The year of the film that was released was 1967. There you go. I'll give you a little clue because I'm kind and because it's Sunday night. So, what was the last movie that Walt Disney was able to work on before he died? Maybe too much of a clue. But anyway, that's the penultimate question in the Disney round. Okay. Thank you to all of you playing tonight, though. Really good to have your company. There is one more question, and there's two answers. Both are worth half a point each in this final Disney question. So two answers, both worth half a point each. There are two Disney princesses who become royalty after getting married. Who are they? So there are two Disney princesses who become royalty after getting married. Who are they? That's a killer. I know the answer. I wouldn't know that, to be honest with you. I think it's quite a hard question, but half a point for each answer. So I will give you a couple of minutes. It's 5 to 10. I will give you 2 minutes to 9:57, and then we will do the answers so far. How does that sound? A reminder, whilst I'm giving you a couple of minutes to check your answers, you can donate at any of the 4 Just Giving pages we've got so far. So that's www.justgiving.com/Chris and Eric Quiz Night, or justgiving.com/Chris and Eric Quiz Night 2, or Chris and Eric Quiz Night 3, or Chris and Eric Quiz Night 4. We've raised money for the Bradford Hospitals NHS Trust, Macmillan Cancer Support, St John's Ambulance and Age UK so far. And please keep your charity suggestions coming. We've had so many, and we will try to get through them during the course of the next few weeks as well. Don't forget you can email with your scores once we've marked the first half at chriscbenson@hotmail.co.uk. Make sure you send your team name and your score so far. And of course, all for fun, but we want to know who's winning, don't we? We do. We want to see what the competition is. Tell us what you've been up to over the weekend. It is still the weekend, don't worry. I can tell you that. It's Sunday. And what you're drinking tonight, what your bar snacks are. I will give you 1 more minute and then we'll mark the answers so far. How does that sound? 1 more minute. And then I can tell you we've got some great rounds in the second half. We really have. But I promise you, we'll be done for 10:30. I did say that. Right, 30 seconds. 30 seconds. Come on. Check those answers. Check those answers now. Who's confident? Who is confident with that first half? Nobody? Somebody's got to be confident. Right. I think. Boo. Right. I think that's time. We are now. I'm going to trust you that you haven't Googled. Please don't Google. Cheats don't prosper. I'm going to trust you to mark your own sheets. Is that all right? Of course it is. So we're going to go back to top 5 first. Point for each correct answer. The 5 most visited UK attractions last year that were free to get into, according to Visit Britain. Right. Well, you're going to have to shout the answers at me. The first one is the Tate Modern. 5.86 million people visited Tate Modern last year. The second most popular is the British Museum, 5.82 million. The third most popular is the National Gallery, according to Visit Britain. 5.73 million people viewed. Look at them figures, how close they are. Obviously, people went from the National Gallery to the British Museum and to Tate Modern, maybe. The fourth most popular answer is the Natural History Museum, 5.22 million. And I'm pretty confident that nobody will have got the last answer. Pretty confident nobody will have got it, because 4.89 million visited Brighton Pier. Brighton Pier. Really? So there you go. If you got that, well done. But Brighton Pier, you wouldn't think you would, you? But it does say free to get into, and Brighton Pier was the 5th most popular attraction, according to Visit Britain last year. Right. The first 5 Star Wars films chronologically released. I wanted the subtitles, where there was A New Hope back in 1977. So that's A New Hope. The Empire Strikes Back, Return of the Jedi, The Phantom Menace, which was 1998, I think, or 1999, and then Attack of the Clones. Attack of the Clones. There you go. Oh, what's that? We are ever so slightly offended by your Blackpool Towers. CCC side shit. What? Blackpool Towers? Do you not like Blackpool? I was watching a video about Blackpool this morning, showing the kids with the roller coasters, and it was a view of the front of the road. I love Blackpool. Love Blackpool, Anne-Marie. Tell me you're a Blackpool fan. You live at Preston. Oh, you can't be Blackpool. I hope you're going to send an email back, I dare say, probably why you don't like Blackpool now, but I love Blackpool. Anyway, so New Hope, Empire Strikes Back, Return of the Jedi, Phantom Menace, and Attack of the Clones are your Star Wars answers. Right. Food and drink answers. Which F is a flat, savoury Italian bread? It's focaccia. Enchiladas originated in Mexico. Bubble and squeak is better known as meat, cabbage, and potato. Bellinis are stuffed pancakes known from which country? Yes, Russia. Russia, if you got that right, well done. In French cooking, what does en croûte mean? It is in pastry. In pastry. Did you get that one right? Which C is a thick fish or seafood soup? It is chowder. Which P is a quill-shaped Italian pasta? It is pen pasta. Literally meaning whirlpool. Which German dessert is a thin sheet of rolled up dough baked? It is strudel. The nut that Waldorf salad contains is a walnut, named after, of course, the hotel in New York, and mentioned the Fawlty Towers episode earlier. Mole sauce, thanks, Rachel, often has which sweet treat in it? It is chocolate. Chocolate is your answer. So, Family Fortunes answers. A kind of station. The top answer was, for 2 points, train. Train was worth 2 points. You get a point, though, if you said bus, police, television, or fire. So 2 points if you said train station, 1 point if you said bus station, police station, television station, or fire station. Right. Name a fairy tale. 2 points if you said Cinderella. 2 points if you said Cinderella. 1 point if you said Snow White. 1 point if you said Little Red Riding Hood. 1 point if you said Sleeping Beauty, and 1 point if you said Alice in Wonderland. Something you buy by the roll, very appropriate question. Top answer was 2 points for toilet paper, 1 point for paper towels, 1 point for wallpaper, 1 point for kitchen foil, and 1 point for cling film. Something that makes you grumpy if you don't get enough of it. Top answer was, no, it wasn't that. It was 2 points for sleep. Sleep was your top answer. 1 point for food, 1 point for smoking. How old's this? 1 point for money, and 1 point for coffee. Oh, Anne-Marie says Preston North End arch enemies are Blackpool. Hey, man, never thought of that. Something husbands do that annoy their wives. Top answer for 2 points. Husbands are untidy. Untidy was the top answer. Point if you said ignore them. A point if you said come home late. A point if you said too much TV. Or a point if you said they snore. Name something people talk a lot about before they actually do it. Top answer was get married. Get married was the top answer. A point for holiday. A point for buying a house. A point for buying a car. And a point for dieting. Dieting. Walt Disney character. 2 points if you said Mickey Mouse. A point if you said Donald Duck. A point if you said Snow White. 1 point for Dumbo and a point for Bugs Bunny. An article someone might even wear a nudist colony. Top answer was glasses. Glasses was your top answer. A point for a ring or an earring. A point for a watch. Shoes would have got you a point, and also false teeth. Right, 2 more. A food people usually eat with their fingers. Top answer was chips. Chips was your top answer. A point, though, if you said chicken. A point if you said pizza. A point if you said sandwich. And a point if you said fruit. Something that dries up when it gets old. What was the top answer? Fruit. Fruit, it was. A point, though, if you said flour. 1 point if you said cheese. 1 point if you said paint. And 1 point if you said bread. So 2 points if you said any of the top answers. A point if you said any of the others on the list. Right, your 5 on Disney answers now for you. Who was the only Disney main character who didn't talk throughout the entire film? Apparently the answer was Dumbo. Dumbo was your answer there. In Pinocchio, Pinocchio and his father are consumed by a massive blue whale. What was the whale called? It was called Monstro. Monstro. Did anyone get that? It's a good quiz question now. Who was the first actor that received a Golden Globe nomination for voicing a character in a Disney animated film? Robin Williams for voicing the genie in Aladdin. The last movie that Walt Disney was able to work on before he died was The Jungle Book. And the two Disney princesses that become royalty after marriage. Half a point for each: Cinderella and Belle. Cinderella and Belle was your answers. Right. I will, if you can add up your scores, drop me an email with your scores and we'll read out the scores so far and your team names whilst I start the next round. So add up your scores so far, send us them with your teammate. Oh, Amy Walsh at the Chapel House says, Happy Hanukkah, Amy. I can do better than that. I'll do you a toast. Amy and Andy at the Chapel House. Cheers. Hope you're keeping safe. Monday nights we'll be back before you know it, Amy, and hope you're both well. Send us your scores so far, just for fun. Let us know how you're doing, and if they're really that bad, keep them to yourself. But yeah, send your team name and your scores, and we'll see, according to my list, who's winning. Email chrissybenton@hotmail.co.uk. Wibsy Wobblers, Richard Ryan has said 25 points so far. Very good score, Richard. Wibsy Wobblers, 25. Can anyone beat that? You're adding up your scores then so far. Lots of points up for grabs. Remember, 2 points on Family Fortunes if you got the top answer, 1 point if you had any of the other answers. So don't forget, email chrissybenton@hotmail.co.uk with your scores. You can do it during the second half of the quiz. Let us know how you're doing with the quiz. Richard, at the minute, you're winning. Oh, they're still adding them up. We'll give them a couple of minutes to add up the scores, and then we'll move on to the next round, which is all about the UK. There you go. There's a teaser for you. All about the UK. Hope you're doing okay. A reminder, Wednesday, we're about 8 o'clock for our smartphone quiz. Don't miss it. Don't miss it, whatever you do. Set a reminder, subscribe to the channel, and you can... we'll definitely be here for the next few weeks, won't we, whilst we're in isolation. Oh, Sophie and Hells, I've got another score here. Sophie and Hells, 26.5. Good score. 33. What's your team called?
What's our team?
What's your team called?
Lone Drinkers Together.
Lone Drinkers Together. Benny's Bar, right. Benny's Bar, 33. It's a good score. Very good score. Anne-Marie, how are you doing? What's your score? And Helen Walker, what score are you on? There's 11. We're in double figures. That first round, how many was it out of? I'll tell you now. There was 10 points up for grabs on the top 5. 10 on food and drink, that's 20. The 5 on Disney, 25. You could have got 45. You could have got 45 as a out of 45, couldn't you? So, Soph and Hells, Wibsy Wobblers doing very well. Very good scores. Right, we will move on then. All about the UK. Next section, all about the UK. 10 questions, all about us, where we live. So, question number 1. Good luck, everyone. Where would you find Landseer's lions? Where would you find Landseer's lions? Okay, put an answer down. Where would you find Landseer's lions? Where would you find them? If you haven't done your scores already, email them in, chrissybenton@hotmail.co.uk. Let us know how you're doing with your scores. Benny's Bar, 33. That's the highest score we're aware of so far. So where would you find Landseer's lions? That's your first one. Okay, number 2. Which Scot was given the Manchester on the 28th of February 2000? Do you know that one? Which Scot was given the freedom of Manchester on the 28th of February 2000? All right.
Sorry, can you repeat that question about the Scot?
Yeah, they want to repeat that one. The repeat question 2 have been asked to. Which Scot was given the freedom of Manchester on the 28th of February 2000? We've got some more scores. The North Enders over in Preston, 28.5. Very good score. Hope you're enjoying it, more importantly. Amy at the Chapel House, 26.5. And on question 1, the only one we got was Brighton Pier. I'm very impressed that was the only one you got as well. Absolutely brilliant, Amy. So 26.5. Helen Walker, they've got 3 teams going. 26, 23, 22, and 11. 4 teams going there. Brilliant.
Sorry, we still haven't got the Scott question.
Which Scot was given the Freedom of Manchester on the 28th of February 2000? All right. Oh, I just got a message. Love you. Ha, ha, ha. Hello, Andy. I love you too. Oh, thank you, Andy. The football season will start again soon, Andy. It will. We lost you on YouTube. Oh, no. Oh, no. They've lost. Oh, they hope they get me back. Right. Anyway, we'll carry on with the next question. Question 3. What society was founded in 1935 to conserve the countryside and ensure footpaths remain open? So what society was founded in 1935 to conserve the countryside and ensure that footpaths remain open? All right. What society was founded in 1935 to conserve the countryside and ensure that footpaths remain open? Oh, I think Helen and the 4 teams have lost us on YouTube. Modern technology. Oh, one of us found us back. Cheers, hope they found us again. Right. So what society was founded in 1935 to conserve the countryside and ensure footpaths remain open? All right, have a think on that one. Number 4. In which English county is Cranwell home of the RAF College? So in which English county is Cranwell home of the RAF College? I think, I'm guessing Helen has found us again. So Helen, if you've missed any of the questions, let me know and I will repeat them during the course of the round. Is that all right? Amy says, tell the walkers to walk away. They're not going to win. So if you need any repeating, walkers, let us know. It's number 4. In which English county is Cranwell home of the RAF College? Okay. Number 5, I think you'll know this one. Which city is linked to Liverpool by a 127-mile long canal, although it's only 73 miles away if you go via the M62? So which city is linked to Liverpool by a 127-mile canal route, although it's only 73 miles away if you go via the M62? All right, that's number 5 in All About the UK. Helen says, Amy, you're rude. Hashtag rude. 3 and 4, please. Right, Helen, now you've joined us back on YouTube. Kosovo. Number 3, Helen, what society was founded in 1935 to conserve the countryside and ensure that footpaths remain open? That was number 3 for you, Helen, there, and the teams at Lowmore. And number 4, in which English county is Cranwell home of the RAF College? That was number 4. Oh, that boo 2. There's a lot of discussions going in different sides of Lowmore. Boo 2, Helen, Amy says, and Amy says, dirty Leeds. So can we say that live on YouTube? Boy, just have dirty Leeds. Right. Number 6. Where in London did McDonald's open its 1000th restaurant in the year 2000? So where in London did McDonald's open its 1000th restaurant in the year 2000? Where was it? That is number 6 for you in this round. We've got a few more rounds. It might just be after our 10, but you're not bothered, are you? Nah, what else are we doing? Not going out, are we? Helen says, tell Andy to pipe down. It's we've got a Lowmore disagreement going on here, haven't we? No, I'm only kidding. Number 7. In which city in Britain is Spa railway station? Number 7. In which city in Britain is Spa railway station? That's number 7. Okay, that's number 7 for you. In which city in Britain is Spa railway station? All right, 3 more in this round. I think you'll be all right in that one, so I'll move on. Number 8, where is England's second largest cathedral? Where is England's second largest cathedral? Okay. Maybe think on that one. Cheers all. Number 9 is a great quiz question. I'm not sure if anyone will know it, but let me explain. If you get the, you can have a point if you're 5 years either way. 5 years either way, I'll let you have the answer. All right. So let's see if anyone knows the answer. No Googling. In which year were L plates made compulsory in Britain? So in which year were L plates made compulsory in Britain? And remember, you can be 5 years either way for a point. Which year were L plates made compulsory in Britain? That's number 9 for you. All right. And final one coming up in All About the UK. Don't worry, I'll give you some time to think about your answers. Can anyone catch Benny's bar? We shall see. Number 10. What national UK bank holiday was first celebrated in England in 1974? So what national UK bank holiday was first celebrated in England in 1974? That's your last one in All About the UK. Andy said to the Walkers, no, I will not. There you go. So what national UK bank holiday was first celebrated in England in 1974? That's number 10 in All About the UK. Geography next. Is that good? Geography next? Well, tough, that's what it is. And we've got 5 questions on geography. So a mini round on geography coming up. So I'm going to go straight into it in about 30 seconds' time. Don't forget you can email chriscbenton@hotmail.co.uk. And do that at the end, please. Let us know what scores you get. Right, are we ready for geography? Of course you are. Right, round 6 geography. 5 questions coming up. Concentrate. Here we go. St. Petersburg, Stockholm, Helsinki, and Riga are all cities situated on which sea? So St. Petersburg, Stockholm, Helsinki, and Riga are all cities situated on which sea? That's your first one in the geography round. Remember, 5 questions on geography. That's the first one. If you need any repeating, drop me an email. Let me know, and we'll gladly repeat them before we do the answers in about 10 minutes from now. Question 2. Which is the most northerly capital city in Europe? So question 2. Which is the most northerly capital city in Europe? That's your second one. Do you know that one? I think if you will. Yeah, you're all right now, aren't you? Question number 3. What is the name of the longest mountain range in South America? What is the name of the longest mountain range in South America? Some really good scores though tonight. Let us know if you've enjoyed it, if you like the format. If you wanted pen and paper a couple of weeks ago, if you like it, let us know. Might do it again, might not. We'll see. Let us know what you think. Well, don't worry. The Wednesday smartphone one is safe. If you want to do more of these, let us know. Question 4. In which city is the famous Edvard Eriksson statue called the Little Mermaid? So number 4. In which city is the famous Edvard Eriksson statue called the Little Mermaid? A few of you all know that one. Anyway, that's number 4. One more to go in geography. And John, who's watching, I suspect will know this probably quicker than anyone else. So, John, I say hello to you. Have you got a whiskey, by the way, John? I'm presuming you have. I hope you have anyway. Number 5. Which type of bird appears on the national flag of Mexico? So which type of bird appears on the national flag of Mexico? That's your 5th one in geography. Right. Amy says, tell the walkers to remember it's my 30th in 3 weeks. Wink, wink. Thanks, Andy. There you go. Right, so that's geography done. And we're going to go into round 7 now, which is called film sequels. Ooh, what's this about, you say? Well, the following are names of film sequels. I want you to name the original film in the series. All right. So the following, I'm going to read you the names of film sequels. I want you to name the original film in the series. All right. Okay, let's do it. 5 in this round. Number 1. Number 1 is For a Few Dollars More. So number 1, For a Few Dollars More. For a Few Dollars More. What was the original film in the series called? That's number 1 in our round 7 film sequels. Getting your brain going anyway before bed, isn't it? Number 2, The Wrath of Khan. So number 2, The Wrath of Khan, but what was the original film called? The Wrath of Khan. I don't think I've seen it. Helen Walker says to Andy, given the current weather, a bulk pack of Factor 50 is on its way. It's been lovely, hasn't it? Me and my wife Rachel shared a bottle of wine at lunchtime. Oh, I tell you what, we weren't not used to doing that. We're just in garden getting drunk. Number 3, The Dark Knight. Number 3, The Dark Knight. What was the original film called? The Dark Knight. So The Dark Knight, but what was the original film in the series called? The Dark Knight. Number 4, Meet the Fockers. Meet the Fockers. But what was the original film called? So number 4, Meet the Fockers. All right. And the final one, Magnum Force. Magnum Force. Magnum Force, but what was the original film called? All right. Magnum Force. That's your last one in film sequels. We have 2 quick rounds, and we're going to do the answers. 2 very quick rounds, 5 questions in each. Your next round is all about adverts. Adverts then now. Okay. So 5 questions on adverts. Fast paced to tell you. Number 1. I'll try and do an impression now. Hello, my name is. What is the name of the brand ambassador for Sillet Bang? So what is the name of that guy on all the adverts? What is the name of the brand ambassador for Sillet Bang? That's your first one in the advert round. You'll know that one, won't you? There you go. Don't forget you can email still, chriscbenson@hotmail.co.uk. Helen and Amy and Andy all are. Don't forget to get in touch. Thank you to everyone for the support tonight. Number 2, the red car and the blue car had a race. It was a 1980s advert for which chocolate bar? So the red car and the blue car had a race, but which chocolate bar was it advertising back in the 80s? Which chocolate bar? Write an answer down. That's your second one in the advert round. Shows. Number 3. In 1999, a publicity stunt by FHM magazine saw a huge naked picture of which celebrity projected onto the side of the Houses of Parliament. So question number 3. In 1999, a publicity stunt by FHM magazine saw a huge naked picture of which celebrity projected onto the Houses of Parliament. Who was it? Have a think. Put an answer down. Who was it? I'll give you a clue. It wasn't Bella Remberg. There you go. Don't say I'm not helpful. Number 4. Nanette Newman advertised which product on TV in the 1970s and 1980s? So Nanette Newman advertised which product on TV during the 1970s and 1980s? Nanette Newman. All right. 1 more on adverts, and then we move into our final round. Number 5, a television advert that was titled Horses and Surfers often tops the chart of being the best UK advert of all time. But what was the advert for? So a television advert that was titled Horses and Surfers often tops the chart of being the best UK television advert of all time. But what was the advert for? So brilliant advert, but what was it advertising? Horses and Surfers. That is your end of your adverts round. We have 5 quick questions on general knowledge. And then we're going to mark our second half of the answers. So have a think over your answers as well during this section. Check your answers from all around the UK, geography, and also film sequels, adverts. But right now, we're moving to general knowledge. 5 questions to conclude this evening. Number 1, who invented the clockwork radio? So number 1, who invented the clockwork radio? That's your first one in the general knowledge round. Who invented the clockwork radio? I remember as a teenager seeing a documentary, I think it was on QED on BBC One, when it had just been invented. Fascinating, really, really was. Who invented it? Who invented the clockwork radio? That's your first one. Second one, I'm not sure how many people will know. Number 2, what does EOR, that's Echo Oscar Romeo, EOR, stand for in knitting terminology? What does EOR stand for in knitting terminology? That's your second one. 3 more to go. And then we've reached the finish. Number 3, which rock band had hits with Highway to Hell, You Shook Me All Night Long, and Back in Black? So which rock band had hits with Highway to Hell, You Shook Me All Night Long, and Back in Black? Which rock band was it? 2 more to go. Who's confident? Can anyone catch Benny's bar tonight? Number 4, which female group had a 1989 hit with the song Eternal Flame? So which female group had a hit in 1989 with Eternal Flame? And your final question. Choo Choo, Brain, and Officer Dibble appear in which cartoon? So Choo Choo, Brain, and Officer Dibble appear in which cartoon? All right, that is your last question. I'm going to give you a minute or so to confirm your answers, and then we will go through a mark from round 5 onwards. That's it. Hope you've enjoyed it. So we will mark them in just a second. I'll give you a minute or so. A reminder again, if you have enjoyed it, donate a couple of quid to our charity so far, www.justgiving.com/Chris and Eric Quiz Night.
Sorry, can we have the last question again?
The last question again, of course you can.
Hang on, just wait a minute. It stopped.
Catch up with the last question. The last question again, of course. Choo Choo, Brain, and Officer Dibble appear in which cartoons? That's Choo Choo, Brain, and Officer Dibble appear in which cartoon? Helen says one of Dad's favourite cartoons. It's a brilliant cartoon, isn't it?
I've lost everyone now.
You've lost everyone. Have you lost everyone? Oh, they're answering.
The question?
Choo Choo, Brain, and Officer Dibble appear in which cartoon?
Brain.
Anyway,
Officer Dibble.
Right, I'll give you a minute or so, and then we'll sort. It is a great cartoon, though. Yeah. So don't forget, justgiving.com/Chris and Eric Quiz Night, or you can do justgiving.com/Chris and Eric Quiz Night 2, or Chris and Eric Quiz Night 3, or Chris and Eric Quiz Night 4. Even a couple of quid, whatever it is. We've raised over £650 since starting all this isolation stuff. So thank you all for your support. Really, really appreciated. And of course, we're back with the smartphone quiz on Wednesday at 8 o'clock. And let me know, email me during the week, chriscbenton@hotmail.co.uk. If you want a pen and paper one as well as a smartphone one, let me know. I'm happy to do it. I'll be only watching Coronation Street from 1983 in there. So if you do, let me know. I really don't mind at all. It keeps you entertained for an hour. Keeps me entertained for an hour. Right, we are now going to do the answers. Does that sound good? Let me know what you think of tonight. Round 5 answers. Get ready, everyone. Where would you find the Landseers Lions? They're at the bottom of Nelson's column. The Scot that was given the freedom of Manchester on the 28th of February 2000 was Sir Alex Ferguson. The society that was founded in 1935 to conserve the countryside and ensure footpaths remain open was the Ramblers Association. The English county that Cranwell is in is Lincolnshire. Leeds, of course, is linked to Liverpool by the 127-mile canal, Leeds-Liverpool Canal. London, when in London did McDonald's open its 1,000th restaurant, it was the Millennium Dome. The city in Britain that Spa railway station in is Bath. England's second largest cathedral is in York. The year that L plates were made compulsory in Britain was, and you can have a point if you're 5 years either way, was 1935. 1935. I would not have thought it would have been that early, but there you go. 1935 was your answer. The national UK bank holiday that was first celebrated in England in 1974 was New Year's Day. New Year's Day was your answer there, first celebrated in 1974. Right, geography. St. Petersburg, Stockholm, Helsinki, and Riga are all situated on the Baltic Sea. The most northerly capital city in Europe is Reykjavik. Name of the longest mountain range in South America is the Andes. The city where the Little Mermaid statue is Copenhagen. The type of bird that appears on the national flag of Mexico is the eagle. Did you know that? Film sequels. For a Few Dollars More, well, the original was A Fistful of Dollars. The Wrath of Khan, well, the original was Star Trek, the motion picture. The Dark Knight, well, the original was Batman Begins. Meet the Fockers, the original was Meet the Parents. Magnum Force, well, the original was Dirty Harry, of course, starring Clint Eastwood. Adverts, Sillet Bang's ambassador is Barry Scott. Red Car and the Blue Car, well, that was Milky Way. Gail Porter was projected onto the side of the Houses of Parliament. Nanette Newman advertised Fairy Liquid. And Horses and Surfers was an advert for Guinness. Do you remember that? It was a black and white. Dum, 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 dum. It was all with surfers. Very artistic advert. And it was advertising Guinness. Who invented the clockwork radio? Trevor Bayliss. EOR in knitting terminology stands for end of row. End of row. The rock band that had hits with Highway to Hell, You Shook Me All Night Long, and Back in Black was AC/DC. The female group that had a 1989 hit with Eternal Flame was the Bangles, which I believe was a tribute to Elvis Presley. Choo Choo Brain and Officer Charlie Dibble appeared in Top Cat. Top Cat. Who got that right? Top Cat was your final answer there. So, add up your scores. Drop me an email. Let us know what scores you got, and we'll do a few shout-outs to the scores that we get in. Thank you all for playing. We'll wait on the scores to come in. Drop me an email. Chris C. Benson at hotmail.co.uk. 10:32, audio overrun by 2.5 minutes. That's not bad going, that. It's called preparation. Drop me an email, Chris C. Benson at hotmail.co.uk, and let me know what scores you've got. Has anyone beaten Benny's bar? Rich and Christine, the Wibsy Wobblers. Final score, 47 points. Give them a round of applause. Hope you've enjoyed it, Richard. I salute you. Cheers. I hope you've enjoyed it. Very good score, Richard. And we hope to see you on Wednesday for the smartphone quiz. Really good score. Really good score indeed. I hope you enjoyed your Tullamore Dew as well. So Wibsy Wobblers 47.
52.
Benny's Bar 52. Very good score. Very good score. Benny's Bar winning in a minute. Benny's Bar 52.
Although, right, if it gets controversial, the bottom of Nelson's column,
yeah,
we put Trafalgar Square. But Nelson's column is in Trafalgar Square, so you were too specific in your answer.
Well, I didn't write it.
I think you should tell people that if they put Trafalgar Square, that is obviously right.
All right, if you put Trafalgar Square, my wife thinks you should have a point. There you go for the top. Yeah, if you put Trafalgar Square, you can have a point. So, Richard, does that mean we need to add on a point for you? Anyway, if you put Trafalgar Square, you can have a point. Benny's Bar, I've got 52. Wibsy Wobblers, 52. Amy says, I've got a great tan, actually. Thanks. Thank you. Thank you for sharing that. Helen Walker says, Mark has 47. Oh, my email's crashed. Oh, no. Has anyone actually beat it? My Hotmail has just decided to crash. That's good time, isn't it, really? We'll try again. We will try again. 52 is a good score. 47. Could be that Hotmail's crashed. We'll see how we get on in a minute. It's buffering. It's still buffering. Still buffering on my phone. Benny's bar is certainly a good score, 52. Oh, Alex Hyman says our final score was 49.5. Alex, good to hear from you. Hope you enjoyed the quiz tonight. Not going out was their team name. Which maybe we should do an Only Fools and Horses quiz, Alex. You was good at that at the Chapel House, weren't you? Anyway, hope to join us on Wednesday, Alex. Do at 8 o'clock. So 49.5 is a good score. At the minute, it looks like Benny's bar have won. I'll hang on a couple of minutes to see if Helen's comes in. Oh, Mark has 47, me 44, Millie 42. Oh, Anne-Marie, what did you get? We'll see if Anne-Marie lets us know what you got. At the minute, Benny's bar are winning. We'll give it a minute or so, and then otherwise we'll look. Oh, Andy's lost and has interfered with the Wi-Fi. Oh dear. Oh dear. Well, we'll have to say you got 53, Amy, won't we? On the safe side, won't we? Really good scores, though. Very good scores indeed. Oh, you enjoyed it? Don't forget, you can email chriscbenson@hotmail.co.uk during the week. Let me know if you want to do it again. I'll be back on Wednesday for the smartphone quiz with Eric. Stay safe, look after each other, and thank you for joining. Hope it's been fun for an hour anyway. That's me signing off. I will see you on Wednesday. Tell your friends. See you later. Good night, all.